Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik, and welcome back to another episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Last time we got our fountain built at long last, and this time we're starting the very, very long uphill journey to getting 1,000,000 bells, or just over that I think, to get ourselves that precious lighthouse lighthouse or windmill, because you get the choice. It's going to take a while, but I figured, you know what, let's make this episode nice and efficient. I've kind of teased the idea of this episode for a while, but I've never gone all out with it. So, I've got a plan. But I figured, in order to be most efficient, we'd best start immediately. Also, I know it's a weird start, but we are starting with selling all the coconuts. We can sell the stinking rustoid. Yeah. Anyway, all of that'll give you that many bells. Hell yeah. So my objective is to make a boatload of money this episode. Like, all that side stuff is nothing. At most, what I'm thinking of doing is probably, if Nook has an axe on hand, then maybe, yeah, he doesn't. Axe on hand, we were going to throw it in the fountain, because we haven't had that chance for the past 2 episodes. But also, you know, we've got to stock up our garden, make sure it's looking spick and span. And, yeah, I think I said this like 20 episodes ago, but we have a lot of fruit trees around the town. But there's always been a question that I've wondered. How much money would we get if we shook all of them? Yep. So that's the objective. And of course, Nookway's here. I missed Nookway. It's the only shop besides Nook's Cranny now that we haven't gone back to. But yeah, that's the general goal. Make as much money as in a little amount of time as possible. And hopefully, you know, it just gives us that leg up we need. Because I think the interest date for this month is coming up. Sorry I did miss last week too, so that's why. I'm trying to be productive, okay? It's weird. Actually, yeah, we'll talk about that. Like, it's weird, right? Because we're very much in the final leg of this series now. That might sound strange to people that haven't been here a while, but this series has been going on for, like, close to half a decade at this point. Which is weird. Those words shouldn't be able to leave my mouth, but... No, I've got a very strong feeling that, like it or not, this series is probably going to end the week it turns 5 years old at the rate I'm going. Which is just like, wow. I'm old, man, I'm old. Also, if you're wondering about those withered flowers I haven't watered, don't worry about it, I have taken precautions and watered them. But that's our general itinerary. It's weird that we're on lighthouse duty now, but... yeah, let's do it. Let's jump head in and see just how much money we can make. Of course, we're going to do regular stuff too. Going to go find the second fossil, get those assessed, bring those back, but very much money time. Okay, we don't have time to speak to villagers unless I like them. Sound a bit cruel. But no, I just want to see how much money we can wrangle out of a single episode. Ideally with as little nunchuck malfunctions as possible. So let's get into it. That golden shovel I buried all that time ago has just been moved a little bit more to the right. Or at least it looks that way. But I keep trying to press A to sprint, but because that's what it is in Skyward Sword, but it obviously isn't. Playing multiple games on the Wii after so long is weird, man. It's very weird, and somebody's looking down on me today. That was almost too efficient. No, but you know, Skyward Sword, it's the first Wii game that I've ended up playing in a good while. Yeah, I think so. Like, what was the last Wii game I actually played on the channel? Because I have played more than this. Sonic Course was going to be born. But for obvious reasons. This was before they announced it was getting a remaster. I just was like, swapping the discs is too much effort. And lo and behold, it's getting a remaster, which I can now ride the waves of. But no, what was the last Wii game? By default, it might be Skyward Sword. Yeah, Sonic Unleashed. It's either Skyward Sword, that was the last game we recorded, or Wii Fit Plus/U, one of the two. Which is weird. We don't do that many Wii games, despite the fact it's probably the most successful console on the channel. But hey ho, I've got a few more games in the pipeline for you people who are fan of Wii games. I know. Am I going to spoil what they are? No. Am I saying that now, and am I going to probably end up spilling the beans late this episode? Yes. Anyway, let's get these fossils checked. Yeah, finding today's fossil and having yesterday's fossil on hand was like yesterday's 2 weeks ago fossil. It's weird. Anyway, in a large ancient nutshell, this is a raptor torso. The more of these guys we can get returned, the better probably. Right, how marvelous. So get this one assessed. I really want both of these to be able to be sold to Nook, just for the again. Aim is the most money. Yes. Okay. This is really good. And you know what we're going to celebrate with a cup of coffee? Because I hinted at this earlier, but I kind of want to expand on it, and I'm annoyed I didn't ever when I had the chance. But we're in the last leg of this series, right? So for those of you who don't know, this series has always had a certain goal in mind. It was initially pay off the house. Initially, that was the goal. And then I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying myself. I'll do all the public works. And now we're here. We're on the last public works, town fund, whatever you want to call it. There's not much left after this, right? Like, it's weird. What have we got, right? So, I feel like these episodes where I'm doing things for something big like a lighthouse is fine. I don't think I can do things. Like, in terms of content, let's count what we've got left. Reset center at least once. I would quite like that. I think filling out the museum is something I should have probably started on that way earlier, if that was ever going to be a goal. So, reset center, that's definitely one. I do want to buy some Gracie furniture, but that'd be seasonally locked, so it'd be a right old pain to get sorted, but that is on the agenda at some point, even if it's just as a setback to delay the series a little. And that's kind of it, besides Perfect Town, which would be a curious way to go out, but nah, it's weird. This is like the last major goal we've got before. I suppose Perfect Town is major, but it's, you know what I mean? Anyway, we've got on red mail. We should probably loop back around while we look for this money rock and see what we're doing. What do we do? Do we get the money rock first? Yeah, and then we'll harvest all the fruit trees. See, we have the master plan here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a master plan, kinda. Yeah. What's my goal for this episode then? If I'm going money this, money that, how much money do I actually want to make? I guess we'll find out. We're limited solely by the amount of time I choose to keep the episode going, but we'll make it normal length just for the sake of comparison. Anyway, hello, Mr. Balloon. Normally I'd stop to get you, but now is not the time. Anyway, please. I was really hoping one of those would actually be the Mr. Money Rock, so I could start harvesting stuff down here, so I don't have to look around as much. I'm speaking like a proper speedrunner. Is there anything else on my mind that's of notable interest? Because, honestly, I'm drawing a lot of blanks. That could just be me. But, we got ourselves another fossil. Pretty cool. Okay, actually, there's only 2 rocks left that could be the money rocks. So if we do those, we can loop back around, throw that in our little purse, and we should be good. I like how I've probably watered more plants in this episode than I have picked up things I'm actually going to sell. But come on, please be the one. Please be the one. Okay. So those money rocks got me running around in circles, but it's a good source of income. Just... Yeah. Yep. Yep. Right. Am I? Okay, and I definitely hit this one, right? Like, am I tripping? I don't. I swear that was every rock in the town. That's curious. It's also a massive waste of time, but that's curious. Right, what we got mail-wise? Let's read. So Bell Point Notice. Ooh. So the interest day's already been. Okay. And Happy Room Academy. So these are literally formal letters. They don't mean anything. Damn, though. We got absolutely cooked. Right. We'll have to make up with that with our next trip to Nooks. As long as we make a couple thousand bells, on our next pass around to get some fruit, we'll hit the rocks that I maybe skipped over. Yeah. Ooh, actually, I know I was on this topic a while ago, but another thing that I could do, in terms of content, is the UFO. Oh, my pocket's full. No, no. Okay, we'll come back. Actually, no. You know what? There we go. They call him Mr. Smart for a reason. No, the UFO, obviously. It's there. Never crossed my mind because I've never actually ran into it in game, but nah, UFO is in the game. We should do that sometime. Definitely. Anyway, time to make our first stop at Nook. It's supposed to be the third stop at Nookway. Right, you know what I mean? Right, time to see how much money we've made so far. We'll say this is the halfway point. Sorry if this episode is a little bit all over the place. The same. Am I tripping? Like, I'm sorry, look, I should be able to remember the last 10 minutes easily. I have no recollection of that being in my inventory at any point. Am I, like, tripping? First there's a fossil which seems to appear out of nowhere. And now there's, you know, all the money rocks deciding not to cooperate. What? That... am I losing it, or is my memory really just that bad? Okay, let me know in the comments. Well, I suppose I could just watch my own video back. But yeah, let me know in the comments anyway. Like, did I pick it up? If so, give me a timestamp and I will happily look at it. I didn't. Huh. Yeah, okay. All of these guys haven't been hit. Like, am I just... Is this like a dream? This doesn't seem... I swear I hit every rock. So why on earth is it deciding to do that whole song and dance? I'll have no idea. Anyway, let's get ourselves some peaches and... Do we run around? Do we just... Yeah, we'll go for the rocks again because I refuse to believe that we didn't hit it. No way. And while we go do that, we get ourselves a nice little music change. Right, I'm almost certain that we have hit this one, but for some reason I've got a feeling... No, never mind. Oh, there's a rock up here, isn't there? You see, ladies and gentlemen, I have a slight case of being blind. Look, you know, all earlier when I was going on about, oh yeah, you know, I've been doing this series 5 years, I'm old, I should retire soon. Yeah, I think I should retire before I go fully senile. Right, anyway, let's get this done. Oh, we should probably revisit the museum too. Because the mystery fossil that's appeared out of nowhere. Like, what in, how? I'm still baffled as to where that came from, but at least we found this this nice little rock. That's something I mind. But 30k ain't bad. You know, if we can get this fossil assessed in a timely manner, we'll easily be up to 40k with this load. Which is weird, but hey, it kind of shows what happens if I put my mind to making money for a whole episode. Like, I've had glimpses of doing it, but nah, going all out with something else. It's like, oh, do I keep the episode going until I've cleared all the foreign fruit out of the town? I mean, so long as I don't need to make any more detours, I reckon I could do it. I just need to make sure I keep going around in an efficient manner. I mean, technically we're what, like minute 12? So, I could. Okay, let's do it. Let's try our hardest to clear out as much as we can. Because, you know, like I said, it's a kickstart. It's something. And if it ends up being like 1/20th of the final goal, I mean, that says like how long it'll take if we don't do this every episode. But nah, you know, just get ourselves that kickstart so we can enjoy ourselves along the way. And of course, you know, we did miss the debt cutoff, but it does mean we also get some more interest. Now that is not a thing that makes you want to go work hard. I'm not sure what it is. Just bank interest, tax evasion, finest things ever invented. What am I saying? Like, I think after this I should probably go check the carbon monoxide detector because I've got a very strong feeling I'm tripping. I'm not sure how, I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure as of when, but I've got a sneaking hunch. Anyway, if you're wondering why I came in with 2 spots empty, I was going to loop round to those near my... Bang on 10 grand. Okay, let's go. Bye-bye, Mr. Nook. I have some fruit to grab. Now, let's do this. Now, I want to loop around and get those 2 behind my house, because those will stay there if I don't pick them up. Which, come on, stop doing that, man. Right, and is my nunchuck malfunctioning? It feels like the village is slower to control. Is that just me? Anyway. Alright, well, yeah, we'll get all these pairs near the store. You know, be efficient. Like, each one of these is 500 bells. Interesting. Yeah, good idea, I'd say. Anyway, I've not had any, like, concrete things to talk about, have I? I've talked about how the series is weirdly coming to a close, and that's about it. So what else is there to talk about? That sounds weird, I know. I'm meant to be the guy that's, like, coming up with conversation topics constantly. I've been doing this for 5 years, as I made a point of saying earlier, but realistically, like, Anyway, at least we know if we're not got anything extra clogging up our inventory, we can take exactly 4 trees back to Nook. Which, by my estimates, should be like, what, 1.5, 3, should be about 6k per trip. That's not bad. Okay, yeah, if we consider how like little time that took, well, they all were like close to each other, that's not half bad. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so that's like 1.5 thousand, exactly 6,000. Okay, not bad. We're actually going to hit that target, which I'm quite chuffed about that, actually. I don't think we're going to clear out the entire town, but I think just it's something new. Also, sorry if you can hear the Wii U disc drive spinning. I started moving my mic a few months ago for videos, solely because it would be closer to me, but it would pop less because it was facing away from me slightly. It's also further away from my neighbours technically, so it'd pick up their noise less. Speaking of, I was trying to do some stuff for this review you might have heard me harping on about in a few other videos. Oh boy, my neighbours had things to say about that. You may think, oh, was the drama? No, the football was on. And if you're English, when that football was on, you know, you get all the people around, you get the beer around, and you make as much noise as possible whenever they score a goal. You know, I'm so proud of myself that I even got 20 minutes done. But it was, you know, I don't feel as though I'm actually British. Like everybody else is super into football and all that, and I'm just sat here in my bedroom playing the Animal Crossing game. Anyway, same deal as before. Actually, we'll leave some behind, and then that way we're back on the even course. I gotta say though, fireflies are quite nice. It's weird because my mind's been getting like scatterbrained, if you will, these past few episodes. It's like, I forgot to mention them because I was so overwhelmed with everything else I had to focus on. And so what else is going on, Les? Like, I'm trying to think, has anything new happened? I mean, I suppose I could default to review news, but that's probably not the most interesting topic. But for those of you who will care, 5,000, hell yeah, 50k, we've hit our target. It's weird what I can do if I put my mind to it. But this review is due to come out on the 23rd, and as of uploading, this will be the 13th, and recording too. I've just passed the 1 hour mark in editing. They might think, based off past reviews, oh, that's phenomenal, you're way ahead of schedule. Right, you're way ahead of schedule, right? Yeah, if you're wondering how long this review is, it was weird, because I jokingly went into it with a goal of it being 4 hours. And lo and behold, it turns out I can bullshit myself in a game review to close to 40,000 words. And if I did some like experimenting with the Shenmue 2 review. On average, I do about 10,000 words per hour. Look, it's some simple math. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put this to, of course. Yeah. Suddenly that 1 hour milestone doesn't feel so grand, I'll admit. You know, when you consider the 23rd is probably going to be spent uploading it, because it's such a big video, it needs a whole day to be processed. And then on top of that, the day before probably needs to be spent rendering it entirely. I have essentially got a week and a day to crank out the biggest video I've ever made. At least the remaining 75% of it in editing. Like, I'm loving making this review, don't get me wrong. This has been the most challenging one to make to date. But the behind-the-scenes stuff... Look, I'm going to try and say this without getting into any details, but the script isn't finished. Like, there's still a few things I need to touch up, and I'm recording those sections tomorrow. Yep, all the audio isn't got either. All the footage wasn't done until a few days ago, which is fine, since I editing until a few days ago. But it's just been a curious set of circumstances. If you're wondering like what block of the review to, I'm still in the middle of doing the soundtrack section, so chances are I'll export this, get this uploaded, and then I'll wrap up on that. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna perish. I'm gonna die making this review, but I will be damned. It is probably the most fire video I've ever made. Okay, probably goes like some random video I forgot I even made. But it's coming close. I hope you enjoy it, even if it isn't Animal Crossing related. Minor spoiler right now. But no, I've definitely put a lot behind this review. Because I mean, there's some contextual factors which could give away what game it is. In fact, if you know where to look, you could probably figure out just what game series it is from a sentence I said about 2 minutes ago. But I'm not going to give you any more hints. But I'm hoping it works. I really hope it does. I'm really happy with how the channel being the size it is now. I think I've said that a lot of times. But I think it's stupid if I don't try and aim for the stars, man. But I don't know. Hopefully all the effort I put into it shows back. Which has been the case for every single review until this point. So you know, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Also, shout out if you have watched any of those reviews. You are a legend. And Pudge, what do you require? Dr. D, last night I had a dream that we were hanging out. I didn't call you Dr. D, I called you something else though. Isn't that funny? Sure, what was it? I kept calling you D-Bot. Now I say that loud, it sounds kinda cool. Sure, call me D-Bot. Alright then, from now on you'll be D-Bot. Okay, well if you insist. Anyway, well, are we hitting the 21-minute mark? I'd assume so. There was like a few minutes of silence before I started actually speaking. But no, what was I saying? Review. Yeah, I'm hoping it does well. I've got a very strict deadline though. It's not even a sponsored video, but I want to get it out on the 23rd. There is in no way a specific reason why I need to get it out on the 23rd. At all. See, I'm trying to keep it under wraps for once. Like, I think the deal with the Shenmue 2 review was that everybody knew it was coming. Everybody knew it was coming. So I couldn't keep my mouth shut. It's like, oh, we're gonna just keep it shut 10 more days and work on it. I do need to pull an all day editing it. Probably could be able to, like, hammer out about 40 minutes worth of editing. Footage-wise, not in total. But I think on that note, yeah, our objective was unsuccessful. I know I've been rambling a lot. I would call this episode Scatterbrains too, but I did call the last episode of New Horizons that. But, on the whole, we've made a lot of money this episode, and next time we get to cash it all in. But I figure we'll round this one out by grabbing some extra fruit. We can just sell it when we go to do coconuts next week. It's not much of a time sink. But no, this week's been pretty impressive, I'll admit. You know, it shows that if I sink my time into actually working hard to get my money up, I can do it. It was admittedly a little fun. Not as fun as I have by like just messing around in between making money, but I still kind of enjoyed this. A grand figure of 63,000 bells made in this episode. Well, yeah, that's what our ending total was. I'm not sure what we started with, and there's the pitfall. I dug up so much stuff this episode, including a fossil I don't remember doing, and I was still wondering where the pitfalls were. No, but I think on that note, we should probably end this one, get this one editing, exporting, and then once that's done, I think you all know what I'll be focusing on. Or procrastinating watching Attack on Titan, one of the two. Okay, well with all else aside, the sooner I finish this one, the better it is for rushing this review out the door. So, if you did enjoy, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, it all helps out a bunch. And thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.